All right. Welcome to the 290 Mo podcast. I appreciate your time. If you could introduce yourself for my viewers and listeners.
What's hood is popping, always cracking, and never lacking. It is your girl, Marley Caprice, the motherfuckers.
Yeah, of
The
course.
motherfucking turn up queen. You already know Miss Unbothered herself. You already know how I'm coming. Make sure y'all go to YouTube, watch that video. It's ass everywhere. Let's get it.
Appreciate that. Appreciate. I always love when people already like radio personalities and they know how to work the mic. Their intros be so raw. I don't even gotta say. I just be listening like, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
I got my intros. I definitely got my intros, but I'm a rapper with a radio show, so I actually didn't go like to media school or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm a rapper, I be using like those techniques of having to rap or rhyme and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, for sure, for
Do
sure.
you want me to look at you or look at
You,
this?
whatever makes you comfortable. Whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look.
I'll try to make a lot of things for people to look at. So whatever makes you comfortable.
Oh, okay.
What goes into being a turn up queen?
Shit, it's just natural for me. I always was full of energy. I remember being 4 years old, running outside the house for a block party just to shake my ass. Like
Talking about.
I was popping. I was literally out there. And I remember when I was little, my mom, one of her guys, was like, you don't care about your daughter shaking ass all the time, because I literally shake ass all the time. And she was like, I don't care as long as she get good grades. Like, bro, she's out dancing her stomach all the time. So dancing for her was just regular. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
I'm just turned up. My energy is turned up. I wake up full of energy. There's no secret to it. Like, I'm just me. But me as the turn up queen. Like, it could be Bible study. I'm gonna make it fun.
Bible study.
For real.
You ain't in a dancing. I'm
Because people confuse turning up with turned out. And so I'm just
not
saying
at all.
turn up is just like my energy, my positiveness. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring that. We finna have a good time no matter what the fuck we doing, whatever's going on. It's gonna be turned up.
For sure. Okay, so talk to me about growing up on the south side of Chicago. What was your experience
Southside, I'm
like?
glad you said it. Southside,
Well,
cause
before I ask Foster, can you pick that pillow up for me? So, yeah. Thank you. You far too kind.
you welcome.
But your experience growing up outside, what was it like for you? It's because right now, you know what I'm saying, it's pretty famous. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people coming up from outside. What was your experience like?
Outside for me, it was just like, because I was growing up in it, it was fun. I had a lot of fun. New people, was fighting, was outside. It was wild. Then when I moved to the suburbs, I'm like, why these black people not acting like these black people? And y'all look the same and stuff. So I realized, like, the south side, we missing a lot of stuff, you know. So it's fucked up, but when you living in it and stuff, like, I don't feel like I grew up fucked up, but I know that I need to help my community.
For sure.
I do know that part. But yeah, I love growing up on the south side. Only thing I don't like is the police. Like, west side, I remember the first time I came to a Fifi, and it was like a bunch of people outside, then the police came. Damn, they finna shut this shit down. Gee, y'all police came, and I say y'all because y'all west side police say south side police.
That's too much work.
Y'all police people came and was like, get out the street. I was like, y'all just gotta get out the street. It was no way, y'all. All the block was sold up.
Yeah, that's how.
And they let y'all be outside. They don't
Yeah.
let that happen on the south side. So we can't even do that.
Yeah, there's too many guns now. It ain't like it used to be, but it was definitely like that. So, with you growing up out south, coming up, what was your aspirations? You know what I'm saying? When they was like, little Marley Caprice, you could be anything you want to be. You could be the president, an astronaut. What did you want to be?
Okay, when I was in church and I was little, and they was like,
Just shaking it. And
yeah, they came. When I was in church, and they was like going around. They was like, what do you want to be? And when they came to me, I was like, I want to be a stripper.
you flogging. You flogging.
In children's church.
What
in
the
Miami, the
hell?
Bay. So it was so huge. And I really
You know I'm finna
realized.
flip the shit out of this. Talking about in church. Talking about I want to be a stripper.
Yeah, and I think somebody told my mom I was getting a whooping, but she never told me why. I just know she was just so mad. I was like, oh, I think somebody told on me. But yeah, they was passing the mic around, and it was like, but I knew when they brought it to me, I'm like, I know I'm gonna say stripper. And I think the reason why is because I love to make people laugh. So I did it to be funny.
What did you? But what did you know about strippers at the time? Like, what did you?
My mom was wild. Like, my dad had to come get me at the age of 8. 'Cause I knew a lot at an early age because my mom was, I got a deadbeat mom, and before then she was just out there for the streets. So I knew about strippers.
So was that your aspiration? So you say you was just playing. You wanted to be a teacher. You know what I'm saying? What did a teacher make an impact on your life that made you want to do that, or is it just something that you want to be?
I have had a teacher that made an impact on my life. I forgot his name. I was gonna shout him out. Hopefully he ain't dead. Cause it was a long time ago. But I just always like to teach, and I'm real good at teaching and explaining stuff to people and breaking it down. Like I know when I was teaching, my guy my ex how to drive. He was trying to figure out when can you turn on the red light, and I was like, right is right. And he's like, oh, okay. I got little sayings. I'm real good at that. Even in school, though, I was always, they be like, go sit. Well, they didn't say my real name, but I'm going to say Marley. Go sit with Marley, you know what I'm saying? Or Marley helped them, or I always was the person in the group. Or they'll, take my homework out the box and copy it. I was always smart. So I always wanted to be a teacher.
Okay, great. I'm glad you mentioned, you know what I'm saying, that. So Marley's your stage name.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you, what does that come from? Is that something?
So I co-founded the youth center, and the youth that was in there, we was learning about Bob Marley, and thank you for the likes. We was learning about Bob Marley, and Bob Marley's son got shot, and he still went and did the Peace Festival, and it was like, man, that's just beep, my real name. They was like, she'll do anything for us, cause those was my babies, and so they was just they started calling me Marley because of my community organizing work. But a lot of people think it's because of smoking, but it's because of community organizing that I got that name.
I know. I figured that was your government name. It's well put together.
Marley Caprice. Well, Caprice is my middle name. Yeah, okay, Caprice is my middle name, so Marley Caprice.
Okay.
And I'm an MC, so it just go.
What role did music play in your life coming up? What was you listening to? What was being played around you in the household? What role did music play?
So I was sheltered. So I couldn't listen to the radio, couldn't listen to what people was listening to. I was listening to so I was sheltered, so I would listen to Bill Withers, Diana Ross, stuff that my dad would listen to. And I had an old dad, my dad was born in 1955, so but I had sisters and brothers, so whenever I go see my mama, so I had two different growing ups. When I was with my mama, I was 6 years old talking about the John is low, 6 inches strong to make a girl sprung.
I know your daddy was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was blowing up.
Yeah, he came and got me when I was 8. So when I was with my mama, I knew Genuine, Usher, so I was exposed to it. Then I got taken away from it. So whenever I go back, I would listen to it on weekends and stuff like that. Or Eminem is one of my favorite rappers.
Me too.
Okay. And how that happened was, my brother had some CDs and I stole them because I could listen to music at the house. I wanted to listen to music, so I stole them. And one of them was an Eminem CD, and I just was like, "That's what's up. I want this shit." He was killing Kim and everything. So my first mixtape is inspired by Eminem. It's called Diary of a Mad Bitch.
So Eminem, when you heard Eminem, you knew you wanted to rap, or you just fell in love with hip hop at that time?
Oh, I've been writing poetry and rapping.
Okay,
that's always so. When I was living with my sister, when I was with my mom and my sister, me and her would come up with plays, skits, songs. Always was like that, on top of my feet.
So how do you go from, talk to me, how do you go from that to actually recording music? If you can, do you remember your first time with going to the studio and actually making a song? What made you take that step? With somebody?
It's actually a big step. It took me so long just to drop my first video. I think the first time I was in the studio was my ex, who I actually wrote this song about, and I think he was in the studio and he invited me out, and so then I was able to see it. I was able to go on there, and that was my first experience because studio time is expensive.
For sure.
So it was with him. Yeah, I got it. He booked a whole session. We wrote a song, and that was my breakthrough. And then through him, I also got this other guy that liked my music, so then I started recording them for free. So it was that's how them connections was made. It was just through my ex.
Okay. Talk to me about the subject matter of them early songs. What was you talking about? When you get on the mic and you actually recording, what you talking about?
Okay. So my first mixtape that's going to be called Diary of a Mad Bitch. Those are songs that I first want to put on actual record. That's about my ex that cheated on me. The one I was talking about earlier, Taco, and me killing him. But it's a sequence. But it actually started off first with the story of my mom. I had a deadbeat mom. So the first song is called Mama. But then the other song is about an angry bitch in a relationship. That's why it's called Diary of a Mad Bitch. And then the second mixtape is Diary of a Bad Bitch. And that's where the unbothered shit comes. But the first shit is like, nigga, you cheated. Hope you reap it. The pain you sow me. Hope you receive it. You did me in. I am not healing. Told your mom Dukes that I was the villain. So it was more like, I tell stories. So it's like, but I'm killing them when I'm on my Eminem shit.
I hear you.
So it's raw.
What is it like being in a relationship with another rapper and being in the studio together? What's that like? Does it add or take away anything from the experience, or is it more difficult or more easier? What's that like?
I feel like it adds to the experience, especially if the person is, active and stuff like that. It adds to it because they can like hype you up. They could tell you how you sound. You could be confident. If you're doing a freaky song, you can tell them to touch on you and stuff like that versus just being by yourself in the studio. So I feel like if it's two rappers, then yeah, it worked out. But I only had one situation that I was with a rapper because when I was with Taco, we wasn't rapping.
Okay.
Right. With my ex that put me in the studio, we was rapping. I was learning. So for me, since I've never been in the studio, I was happy to be with somebody that knew what the fuck they was doing because I didn't.
So once you get in the studio, you automatically come out with had the plan in your mind that you want to release all the projects like that, or was that something that you came up with as you started producing?
So when I got in the studio, I knew I wanted to do that first one, Diary of a Mad Bitch.
That's dope. That's why I said that sounded like you had that shit planned out already.
That one was planned. It was about my life, starting with a motherless child and then going through relationship problems because everybody can relate to relationships. Everybody can relate to gangsters or certain stuff, but everybody can relate to relationships. So I wanted to do that. I had the songs. I started writing the songs. I started putting them together. Moving forward, because like I say, this should be taking time. I got a new person. I'm over his auntie house. I'm doing my music for her. She like, oh, who is that? Cardi B? Nicki Minaj? No, that's me. Like that's me. But then she like, why you crying in all your songs? Like, why are you heartbroken in all your songs? She's like, you need to write a song about playing these niggas. And I'm like, well, I don't play niggas, so I really don't know how to write from that point of view. Then she was like, in blues, like every time a nigga write a song, a female come with a comeback. So she said, instead of putting, oh, you broke my heart, say I broke your heart. Like, stop crying all the time. And then she said, do better. And I was like, okay. Diary of a Bad Bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what made me think of like, okay, I'm gonna do Diary of a Bad Bitch. And then the third one is Victoria's Secrets. That's like some freaky shit. But that's how that came about. His auntie just explained to me blues and explained to me not to always, I guess, be the victim and find your empowering moments in it too. So that's gonna be hot.
I want to ask you about a statement you just made. You said you don't play niggas. Was that factual or was you just saying that for the camera?
Well, fuck this camera. Fuck these cameras. No, I don't play niggas. I'm a monogamous good girl. So
okay, cause you know a lot of men, a lot of people get female rap artists that's like provocative. They automatically assume that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know people probably look at the book from the outside looking in, and not really knowing. So. Is that difficult being in the male dominated industry? Like having to be a monogamous relationship and having to be around men in shows, studios and all that stuff?
Like, am I tempted?
No, as you tempted. What's your experience like? I know. What's your experience like?
My experience, I got my ass beat. Like, yeah.
That's what I mean. You talking about you tempted. That's what I'm talking about.
I was trying to see who POV you was talking about. My POV or my nigga POV.
Yours.
So for my POV, I'm good. Like,
you ain't talking about nobody that's not here.
Yeah, like if my POV, I'm good. Like I could be around the guys, I'm stuff like that. But for my guy that I was with, and for guys that I noticed, like when I talk to them, it's hard for them to accept that. It's hard for me to be out with like a bra and panties and a whole lace shit and performing. They like.
That's what I
Bitch,
mean.
put some clothes on.
That's what I mean.
But they don't say that. If they like my ex, I told him if you say that, I do it. But some guys just probably like to sit back and watch. But yeah, cause I could wear different clothes, so it shouldn't be a problem. But because guys fuck a lot and cheat a lot and do them a lot, and bitches do too, they have a preconceived motion, whatever the word is.
Preconception.
Right. So even though I'm saying like, oh, I'm just going to 290 more podcasts, they'd be like, oh, but you ain't had no panties on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like weird shit to me because I'm like, what? I don't give a fuck. Like, cause I know I'm honest, so it'd be like, but yeah, motherfucking niggas, niggas can't take a bitch like
that. Do you feel like, being like, I don't know, sexual is a part like a female music? Do you feel like that's like an element of it, or
female music or all music? Because all music, me so horny is the first rap song.
True.
Me so horny, me love you long time.
Do you like to add sex appeal to your projects? Well, that's a more better project. Question.
Sex sells, so I do. So even like the song Unbothered, the two fingers in the booty, you remember that one? So the people wanted that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was more of like sex sells, so let me put on the monkey suit before I tell my story so I could get their attention. But like if I'm freestyling or something, I'm definitely gonna mention sex, but everything.
What do you mean by let me put on the monkey suit?
So like
that's not you? What you?
It's not the first songs I wanted to put out. The first songs I wanted to put out was Diary of a Mad Bitch. But I said, you know what? People like sex, so let me get their attention first. So I did that.
Talk to me about your creative process. Like, are you a mad writer? Do you freestyle? You punch in and out? What's it like actually putting the music together?
So I'm a writer. I like to listen to instrumentals and I just go. I just tell stories or I just go crazy. Yeah.
What's it like working in the studio? Is it the same engineers? Are you mixing and matching? Are you very involved in the mixing process? What's that like?
I'm not very involved in mixing process. I'm an artist. Like, I'm ignorant to the business side, ignorant to the other side. I'm learning all of that. I got my ass capped. I'm finna do my BMI. I meet with somebody for a consultation tomorrow. Shout out Miss Mina Brown Diva Loud Money Group. So I'm meeting with them for a consultation. But me, I'm just an artist. I love just writing. So I'm learning all of that stuff now. So my studio right now, I like certain people, but they cost. So right now I be just doing people that let me do it for free. They be good too though.
What's your favorite part about the music process? Like, what's your favorite part about what you do as far as music?
Man, when I tell my stories, they be raw as hell. Like, I be like, damn, I just said that. Like, once that, I be like, I said, leave. I was late. I said, leave. I was late just to be with your sad bitch. But I'm the one that stayed by your sad bitch. Slept in the park when you ain't had shit. Topping you off while we in traffic. Police ride through, giving the white eye stash it. I'm been throwing up, letting you bash it. Representing then I'm swiping the plastic. Anything you want is yours, just ask it. But you treating me like I'm just average. Like I ain't funny, faithful, and a bad bitch. Damn.
Bars.
Yes. Or stories. I don't feel like I have bars. I feel like bars is like metaphors and stuff. I can't do that because I haven't watched enough movies because I'm a shelter, so it'd be hard for me to do like similes like you. Yeah. I couldn't roast people back in the day, like when they used to roast people and they used to be like, "Oh, you look like the person for her." I didn't have shit to go off of. So I just tell stories, you know what I'm saying? I just try to put them together, but I love the way they come together. Like at the end, I be like, wow, I love the way that came together.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And I don't know nothing about music theory, so I just say bars anytime something hot, you know what I'm saying? So
people will say that. People have told me I have bars, and I'm like, thank you. I be honored when people say I have bars. Like, for real. People do tell me I have good music, but when they say bars, I'm...
Speaking more to people, talk to me about your support system. What's your support system like? I talk to a lot of people and they be like, man, my biggest support is people I don't even know. What's yours like?
Oh, like we put like that. I have a good support system. Melly P's Playground is where I first started doing radio, and that's my best friend. So she let me on her show. I'm on a media run right now, and I've been on like 9 different interviews, and they welcomely opened their arms to let me go on their show. I have some setbacks. Like, there's female managers that don't manage females, and that's like weird to me. So it be like certain setbacks, but I get support. It be crazy when there's people I don't know. Like I have people I don't know that just check on me like, okay, what's up, MC? How was your day? Is you good? Woo woo. Or people that like literally like come in, chime in. But there's also people that I know that's like literally just been in my corner. Like Chicago has been supporting me. Like, and I feel like they support a lot. Power 92 play a lot of motherfuckers that I know. I be like, oh, Xavier Two Times, oh, Chanel Ellis, oh, I think people just want more, and they're not appreciative of the support that they do get. So if I got 5 people supporting me, I'm appreciative of that. Versus saying, oh, Chicago don't support. What about the 5 niggas that did support you?
That's disrespectful them.
Right, so I'm more on that side. So even if people not supporting me, that part I'm not even noticing. I'm noticing the little stuff. When I post stuff and people comment, it's people I know. I be like, oh wow,
So I asked you, what's your favorite part? What's your least favorite part about the music? If you could take one thing away, what would you take away and why?
Oh my God, I feel like my upkeep. Like I have to be on point all the time as a female rapper.
For sure.
And it just be like, I just want more money. I love being on point all the time, but it's like, okay, my nail popped off. Like, oh fuck, like. You just always gotta be on point, especially as a female rapper. So I be like, that will have to be on these. So I like everything about it. I just did 3 shows out there in Houston, and even on the 3rd day I was tired, but I liked that I was busy like that. I like, and my expectations are pretty low too. So I just like the acknowledgments I be getting. I've been nominated for different awards and stuff like that. Even my radio show has been 3 times nominated, and we've only been around for a year. So I'm like...
So you said you was performing in Texas?
Yeah, I just did 3 performances in Texas, I think last week.
What was that like?
It was amazing.
And compare your performances now to your first time performing.
Okay, my first time performing, I was at the Forge out there in Indiana.
That's pretty decent for a first time performance.
Thank you. I appreciate it. My music video is real decent for my first music video too. Shot by Quality.
I'll make sure I check that out.
Yeah. You should have been checked it out.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been mad busy, sure. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Don't call me shorty.
You should have been told me that.
I gotta let you know, Southside shit. This how
I'll make this whole conversation disappear.
Poof.
Just like that.
It's on my laugh.
It is.
Southside crazy.
Yeah, I got the Southside version, the uncut version.
Yes, right. But what was your question?
You threw me off. How do you go from music to radio?
Okay, so when I was chilling at the crib, I was like, okay, I decided to get serious about my music. And when I decided to get serious about my music, I was like, I need content. If I'm going to do music, I need content. Because this was like 2 years ago. So, TikTok, all that. I'm like, how can I get content? And I was like, oh, I can shake ass on Marley P show. Because she be just doing the boards and the music just be playing. She needs somebody to come shake ass. Like, I love dancing.
She needs somebody to come shake ass.
Yeah, my heritage is Jamaican. So, like, anytime, I remember I was over east and they was at this party, weak as hell. They was pissed off like, this shit weak as hell. He sleep. They over here playing cards and she just danced to anything. And I was, like, every song that came on, I didn't give a fuck. It was the radio, too, so I love music. So I was good. But, yeah, I don't even remember the question.
You got started with Melly P, dancing at Melly P.
Shaking ass. And so once I started on there doing that, that's what I did that intentionally. That's when I started my rap career, when I started doing that. So I did them both at the same time. And I started doing shows. I was able to do shows through them and stuff like that. But my first show was through my ex. Like, he knew somebody. They was going out there as a team, and they put me on their team. I was like the first lady of their team. And I was like, a great experience for me. My mom was there. So that was the question. My first time performing, it was decent. I got a lot of support because the people that were on stage with me was like really like, go ahead, Marley, do your shit. And then my mom was going crazy. I had a friend that was there. She was going crazy, but I fell on the stage. I tripped.
Damn, bad. You ain't roll, did you?
No, bro. But I did trip and fall on my knees. I got right back up and just kept performing.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm not easily embarrassed, but they was around me with the cords. Like, that was just horrible. So I got a lot of support, but my show in Texas, the difference would be like more prepared and more dance moves, more interactive with the audience, and just more like
Are these natural dance moves, or do you choreograph what you gonna do before you step out?
maybe half and half. I don't know no more since I've been performing this song for a little minute now. But it's certain things that I do. So I did this one time, and I seen it in the video. I said, okay, I'm gonna do that again. You know what I'm saying? It be certain things that I do naturally that I did not just decide to repeat it. That's what it is. So it may be something I did like, he be here before we through. So then that's my he be before we through. Walk on him. That always been my thing.
Yeah.
Everybody know this. Come on, y'all, walk on.
So with the radio does, like we talked a little bit off camera, it's like a cheat code. Do you automatically are you biased playing yourself on the radio? Like, do you be like, I'm gonna just play one of my songs on the radio, but like I'm finna flub this radio my songs, or what's that like?
We only got one song out, and I'm not gonna flood it because when I listen to radio, we a BDS licensed station, so we could play everybody's song. So I don't just play Chicago artists; I play mainstream music. You know.
Yeah, that's dope.
So there's people that listen on the app. There's people that's listening on Facebook. But you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear songs you don't know back to back. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear a mixture. So I play me and I play other artists, but I play a lot of mainstream artists too. But now I don't overflow myself. I like a lot of organic numbers. I like to see where the organic numbers and stuff come from. But I overflood my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I overflood the appropriate places. My Facebook, my Instagram. I'm going to get a TikTok. So, but I ain't going to overflood my radio station.
So you start your own show, and how did that come about? Actually starting your own show.
Kiss the cousins. Mwah. I should do with this hand. Mwah.
Man, I ain't even notice it.
Man, everybody gonna know this, but I really don't give a fuck. I really am a very unbothered about a lot of shit. Yeah, so I don't be giving a fuck like in real life. I'll probably like hurry up and press them on, but if one fall off, I just don't care. But the radio show started. I was doing radio with Marley P. Then I started co-hosting with Shop Talk 7 Uncut. And they were cool, but I wanted somebody that matched my vibe. Like I had ideas in my head, but these were their shows. So I couldn't do what I wanted to do.
What you mean they were cool? They not cool no more?
Yeah, they cool.
Why you say it like that?
They cool.
Oh, okay.
You trying to be messy?
No, I'm just trying to see something. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
No, I'm saying they shows were cool, but I wanted to branch off. I had ideas in my head that I wanted to do, and I wanted to make a name for myself. And I decided I want to do Kiss of Cousins with my cousin. Well, I decided I want to do a show with my cousin because she is energetic like me. I know if I'm doing a board, she can shake ass, all of that. So I decided to do it with her. And we was like, what we going to name it? And me and her already had that thing going. So King Louis came out with that song, Just Like a Chopper. Bitch, because I'm busting. My bitch is related. They kissing cousins. So when he came out with that, me and her always use that. I'll text her like, my bitch is related. She'll text me, they kissing cousins. Everyone we out, we'll put kissing cousins. So when I decided to do radio, I was like, oh, let's call it Kissing Cousins. So that just went. Melly P wound up kicking me off the show or asking me to leave the show or however nicely you.
What you mean? How? Oh, which one is it? Shit.
Both. Like, I mean, whichever.
Why you get kicked off?
So me being on the show was temporary because she wanted to do FM and she is doing it now. So it was just that time for her to start back doing it by herself. It was a perfect timing because I already had Kissing Cousins in the work. So
was it like a mutual split? Was it messy? Was it?
It wasn't messy. It wasn't mutual. I didn't know until I called and I told her like I'm finna come in. Woo, woo. She's like, oh, I want to do the show by myself again. I'm like, oh, okay, let's do a farewell show. So we did a farewell show, and that was our last show.
How did that go? Was it awkward?
How did the farewell show go? It was awesome. Everybody said they was gonna miss me.
That's dope. Yeah. So that's when we step into Kiss and Cousins. So what's the synopsis for Kiss and Cousins? Once y'all get the name, so what's the synopsis? What's the show about?
Okay, so the show is on Mondays and Tuesdays. We on F&P radio because we on 2 different radio stations, and we have a Kiss list. and that's 9 songs, or that's actually 11 songs from La La the Vibe. And we also have different segments. So we have a baddie and a zaddy of the week. We have a receiving roses segment. That's where we give people their roses while they still here. We have a money make me come segment. That's where we shout like business owners and stuff like that. When we have guests come on, they play with the box. We do like good interviews and
What's the
stuff.
box?
You gotta come on the show, or you gotta watch.
For sure. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, and then on Thursdays, My Radio Chicago on the Support District Radio app, we have a 9 at 9. And then you have to guess what all 9 of the things have in common. So one of the 9 was like different artists. And you and La La the Vibe got a guess. And the thing that they had in common was they all had a song with Sexy Red. So it'd be stuff like that.
What did I hear you say you was working the boards? Like how you where you get that from? Who?
Unfortunately, I only have to work the boards because I had a board op person, but 2 times we couldn't get in the building, and he lived far as hell, so he was done. Understandably, so they had to teach me how to do the boards.
Was it easy? Was it tough?
It's kind of easy, but I'm like, people call me spoiled, so it's just be like certain stuff I just don't want to do. Like if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. Like I'm not no radio personality. I tell people all the time I'm a rapper with a radio show. So my shit is not on Spotify. I'm not editing this shit. I'm not putting shit on YouTube. You getting live. Either you catch it live or you catch it on the Facebook, and that's it. I don't want to learn the boards. I don't want to learn StreamYard. I don't want to learn that shit.
That's crazy. I can't tell. Like you doing your thing.
Thank you. But that's on Facebook. You can't go on YouTube and find none of Kiss and Cousin shows.
Yeah, but for sure, I understand that. I still understand where you're coming from. So doing radio and doing music, you said you consider yourself an artist first and then radio last.
Well, I am an artist. I feel like a radio personality, they went to school for this. I can't just be like, oh, I'm a radio personality. There's people that went to Illinois Media School. There's people that went to whatever the other schools are, Columbia.
And that shit whack.
Yeah, they probably are whack. I don't know. I never went, but I can't.
Your shit better than they shit.
Period. Let it be known. You can say what was said. But personality adds to it too. But some people cut hair, but then some people go to school for cutting hair. So I may know how to have I could be a radio personality, but do I know radio? I just don't want to take that from nobody. So no, I'm a rapper.
I'm taking it from all the podcasters that went to school for podcasts. I'm taking that shit. So I'm a goat. But
yes.
What's your favorite part about doing radio?
I like that it gives me something to do. I like that it's content. Like when my father passed, it was like you got these days that you got to do. So it was like it was something to do because they fired me the day before his funeral. Cause you don't follow my Instagram because I was in the hospital with him for 31 days. So they wind up like I was just going too long. I do sales, so it was like you going too long. So I had shit to do. So I'm glad that I do radio. It gives content. It gives me this key to a lot of great DJs. Shout out to Shablin, Shondell. I met people from Power 92, 106.3. It's a window of opportunity that's just I would have never got as a rapper. It's just a whole rappers want to be on radio. That's our goal. I do radio, so.
Well, what's your views on your peers? You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's other radio shows, other people that do similar things to what you do, what we do. Even up at FMP, I know. So, what's your view on the landscape when you look at your peers and the people who do the same thing you do as far as radio?
Oh, well, some of the shows need to be more better. Like how you said, I feel like they don't be prepared. I feel like they maybe gave up or don't put a lot into it. Because I be like, how you don't have no questions? How you don't have no questions prepared? Or they don't plan. Some people don't plan ahead. Or maybe a lot of stations are hiring people like me that didn't go to radio school, but just letting them do the radio. So I don't know. But then some of them are doing their thing.
But you're good at it, though.
I appreciate that. But I also come from organizing background. So I'm good at a lot of stuff. Like Whatever you kind of put in my face, I know how to organize.
It looks like you enjoy doing it.
I do enjoy it. I love talking to people. I love making people happy. I love entertaining. Even when people from my grammar school see it, they're like,
Yeah, because I used to be on that dancing.
Yeah.
You know, I used to be on. I used to see it on
I dance all the time. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
That's what I feel like. If
that shit is hot. You need to turn that shit up to the maximum, shorty.
Turn it to the max. This I feel like if you're playing music, like say if you're radio, right? And if you're playing music and the shit not making you dance, why are you playing it?
For sure.
If you could play your music or your station or like when I had an artist come here, I put their song on and I was like, go ahead, spit your shit. He's like, oh, you want me to sing my song? I said, I don't give a fuck. You should want to sing your song. Like he blew me. The fuck, like, oh, you want me to sing my song? I don't give a fuck what you do, but you should want to. And when your song come on, if you not turn, why is somebody else turn?
They don't be knowing the words to their songs.
Damn.
I shoot videos. They don't be knowing the words to their songs.
You don't know the words to their songs. That's it.
I'm glad you brought that up. Like, talk to me about, you know what I'm saying, having guests. You know what I'm saying. I have a thing where I want to get into, like when I get an actual studio and security, I want to have a thing where I actually give my honest opinion on like guest music and stuff like that. What's your opinion on having guests? Is it something that you enjoy doing, something you rather not do, something you do just as a part of your job? What's your outlook on guests?
Okay, I feel both ways. Some of the guests I like. If I have enough time, I don't mind having guests. I like having guests because it's somebody to talk to and it's a networking opportunity. One thing I like as a rapper, I could come to you like Billy Ray Valentine. I'm actually in a movie, and he's a director.
I'm familiar.
So instead of me being like, "Oh, can I be in your movie?" I can say, "Oh, can I interview you? I like what you're doing." Now he gets a chance to see my personality. Now he like, "Oh, you want to be in the movie?" So it just gives me these opportunities that I really like. So I like interviewing people because it definitely gives me opportunities. I want to start charging. We supposed to be charging anyway, but I feel like they overcharge. But I charge like $35 for an hour, and they come with a flyer. So that'd be good because they bring some income. But yeah, I like when people come. The only thing is though, it's just the prep. You gotta be able to have the questions ready. When it's just a regular show, it's just less prep. When guests come, they gotta play with the box. I gotta have the things ready. I gotta make sure I got their music lined up. So it's just more prep time. So I don't like unexpected guests. Like I remember somebody hit me up, my friend, oh, I got a guest for you. The fuck? I don't need no fucking guest. Like we literally fell out because of that. Because I'm from the South Side.
I'm talking about from the South Side. Knock it off.
Yeah, and so my approach was very rough. Like my approach was just like, the fuck? I don't need no guests. They really told me that's one of the reasons why they just like.
You a sweetheart, man.
West Siders, y'all be tender. So I'm telling you, I know this.
Talking about tender.
Y'all too. I'll put this up there. 290 Bows be tender.
No.
Podcast.
Well, so what is it? You ever had a guest you didn't like or just like didn't? Well, how does that go? How do you handle that? I always tell people, they be like, "How long is your interview?" I be like, you could tell by how long the interview is if I fuck with them. If the interview 20 minutes. All right, have a good. What's your Instagram? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, what's it like for you?
Yeah, it was just horrible. I barely was asked questions. They were just. I had one where they were just so quiet, and I'm just like, "What? Okay, do you like your music?" And then the other one was just. Their responses was horrible. Like the one when I was like, "You want to sing your music?" Like, "Oh, do you want me to?" We have a thing called a kissing booth. And he's a rapper. He didn't even step into the kissing booth. And that's why we freestyle on the random ass beat. And we had singers. I have motherfuckers.
Talking about freestyle on a random ass beat.
Gee,
these rappers can't do that.
True did it.
They can't do that.
If you ask me if did I know True?
He talented.
No, Walt.
He talented.
No, all he did was quote things.
Right, for sure. Oh, shorty.
Queen Ari did it. You saw how you see Queen Ari?
She talented. Come on now.
But all you gotta do is, he's a rapper. How come he's not talented?
Right, for sure. These niggas don't be rappers.
Did I ask them?
They just wake up in the morning and be like, I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna start rapping.
Wow. I asked him something like, when was something coming out? Or can we get an exclusive? He's like, no. The fuck is you on this show for? Like, so I handled that by never inviting him again.
For sure, on shorty. That's one of the steps for sure.
But usually the interview typically lasts still the hour. It may probably get filled in with music or stuff. But we have questions. So because we have questions, I can still feed into it, but I'm just irritated. Like you probably could see it in my face. Like,
Is the shows broken up into seasons, and if so, how long do you see it going, and what's the future layout for Kissing Cousins?
no, it's radio, so it's just like WGCI 92.3. They all got seasons. We
Oh
just
yeah,
come
for
on
sure.
every day.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays. Y'all can catch us live 9:30 to 11:30 Monday and Tuesdays on F&P radio because it's internet radio, and then my radio Chicago on Thursdays.
Okay, so
And how long do I expect it to
yeah,
last?
is the co-host thing fluid too, or what's the situation with co-hosts? Because I know you see you had different people up there on different episodes. So what's that situation as well?
So my cousin Lala Levi with 2 E's is a foster parent. So she has foster kids that come in. So she can't make it on certain days. So usually on Monday and Tuesdays I have like a guest host, and on Thursdays she be there. So she usually come like once a week. I come twice a week. But like me, I want to just keep it going till my rap career take off. Like I even put up another day or do another outlet if somebody asks me to come do their show for free, because we pay to be on those shows. But somebody's like, oh, come do my show. I'm not working right now. Anything where I could be showing my face on Facebook, where I could be talking to people, where people could be like, oh, Marley moving, I'm going to do it.
So even if you when you blow from the rap, you're not gonna even just keep Kiss Cousins going, like will let other people take the name and keep it going, because that's dope. That's dope.
I doubt if I let other people take the name, because Kissing Cousins is me and my cousin. So even when people come on the show, they're not Kissing Cousins. Like I remember somebody's like, oh, you're not
I thought I was here for.
you a cousin, but you're not Kissing Cousins. Like Kissing Cousins is me and La La the Vibe with 2 E's. So that's it. You know, everybody else is special co-hosts.
Okay, for sure. What's the goal? Why do you do music? Why do you do radio? But why do you do music? Why do you write? Why do you come to these interviews? What's the purpose?
So the reason why I do music is just naturally. I do music. I always write poetry. It's just to get my feelings out there. That's why I do it, because I like to do it. The purpose of like these interview runs and stuff like that is to make money off my music. So not only just do music because I like it, but do it for real. And what drives me even harder now is my dad passed away 3 months ago. So just like my shows in Texas. So you said, what's the difference between the first and last one, right? The song been out on Mariana Unbothered, and I put that on my father even before he passed away. But now it just means different because now he's actually dead. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the shows, instead of me like shouting out my Instagrams and like, oh, follow me or da da da, I be like, when I tell them like my dad just passed away, this just happened. So when I was out there, it actually made the 3-month mark. Like it was 12 o'clock that night. And I told them that. And I was like, so when I say John, you say Davis. And I had the whole like spot just screaming out my dad's name. And I did that for all 3 shows. So that is just like, my dad really pushes me. Even when, so my dad lived in the old folks home, not like a nursing home where people take care of you, but where you have individual houses in this apartment, right? And when I was getting his stuff, because I'm his only child, so I had to get everything. So I'm moving all his stuff out. And when I moved his stuff, the security guard was like, don't you do music? Aren't you a rapper? I was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, your dad talked about you all the time. And she was like, he was so proud of you. He said you always be doing these shows and stuff like that. And I was like, wow. You know, I knew he knew about my music, but I didn't know he was proud of it. Like, I didn't think he was disappointed. My dad was proud of everything I did, but I didn't know he was like bragging on me and like, yeah, she do radio. Like, she knew about me. Like, so now I do it for him. I do it for John Davis. I'm John's daughter. Like, the big one. I body bag my dad. Like, I'm real strong. Like, and did you know, like, when you die, they put you in a body bag?
I bugged up. I came home. My father was in the bed, gone.
In a body bag?
No, he was gone. He had a heart attack and passed away.
See,
So I had to take everything out of his pockets. I had to take his rings off. He was in, since he was already dead. It took hours for the coroners to come. When they come, they put him in a bag. I'm in the living room. They bring him out the room, one holding one end. They didn't put him on the stretcher yet. It was a tight spot, and I bugged up. What the fuck? Y'all just put him in a garbage bag? What?
yeah.
I bugged. They had to
Yours
hold
is
me
black?
back. Huh? Yeah, it was black.
See, mine was white.
It was black.
Right. Wow. The black one would have blew the fuck out of me too. I would have punched
I
him.
felt like he was dangling. They had to hold me back. I was like 16.
Yeah, they wasn't taking care of your father like they should. And I was blessed in that aspect. A lot of people say, "Oh, you're so strong," but my situation is different. My dad had a stroke in front of me, so
Mm.
he was already in the hospital, but he was finna get discharged. Monday, when I shot my video for Unbothered, I was supposed to go see him, but I had the video, photo shoot, and then I had the radio. So I went and saw him Tuesday. I go see him Tuesday. He had me go run his errands. I'm paying his rent. I'm doing everything. I'm coming back. I come back. He like, get this money off the car. You take 60. Woo woo. My dad always called me the enforcer. So I'm looking at his P bag. Oh, why is it looking like this? He don't know. The doctors walk in. I asked him, why is his P bag like this? As I'm asking him that, he start moving left and right. My dad like 400 something pounds. So only his head is like moving. So I'm like, Dad, what you doing? Dad, what's up? So I'm telling them to help. They don't do shit. They stand there. They don't go get help, nothing. So I'm screaming my dad's name. I go out in the hallway. I ask for help. Come back. They still standing there. I go get the flashlight, put it in his face, and that like stopped them. Then they come, find out he ain't got a heartbeat. Now they trying to resuscitate him. 3 machines don't work. 3 of them, like they don't do this no more. They do some pads, and 3 of these pads didn't work. All this, my dad's heart is stopped. You know what I'm saying? So it took them 20 minutes for revival. So by the time they got his heart back stopped, he was in a coma. Mm-hmm. So he was in a coma for 31 days and he passed. But one, I was able to be there when it happened versus coming to see it. Like if you were in the hospital and then you just go run some errands and you would have just came back and he no response, you was like, what the fuck happened? I know what happened. I was there. Fortunately and unfortunately, I was there. Then I had 31 days to prepare myself, cope, do whatever that could be done to prepare myself for his last final days. Because I was there with him every day.
Is that some? Is that traumatizing? Is that something that you relive often?
Sometimes because they fucked up. Like if they didn't fuck up, it'd be okay because I understand death is regular. But it's like, why y'all didn't why the pads didn't work? Why y'all didn't go get help? Why? So those things, like, especially because I want to write a book about him and stuff like that. So when I think about the positive, that pop in my head. But it's really not trauma. Like, I don't think about him laying on the bed and being on the things and stuff. Like, that didn't traumatize me to see him sick because to me, that's normal for him to get old. But the part that fucks with me and like gets me emotional is when I talk about they fuck ups, like, because my dad could have been around longer if they didn't fuck up so much. So,
oh, that's crazy. I appreciate you sharing that with us. Was that like a lawsuit fuck up or just
it is lawsuit worthy. It's very lawsuit worthy, but I may go back and do the lawsuit. But like I said, it just happened. So reliving those things is like hard for me, especially for me, because I try to stay positive. You go on my Instagram, even when I was in that situation, all my posts were positive. It was always, they're like, oh, you're staying so positive. So I don't like going on those stages of reliving the bad parts. And that's what the lawsuit will do. And it's not easy process. So it's like, I'm dealing with the stress too. So it's like, but since you brought it back up, I'm going to get back into it.
Do you with all that stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? You mentioned, you know what I'm saying, your mother not being active and all that. Do you ever get discouraged?
It ain't no rule to get discouraged. I was my dad's only child, and I'm glad you brought that up because 5 years ago I told my mom to move out here with me, and when my dad was in his situation, my mom was acting like was tweaking at first, like on me, like you should have called me, being narcissist or like people that make everything about them. She was doing that, but then like when my brother called to try to check me about her, I checked him like I'm her daughter and my dad is dying. Why do I have to tell you I'm in the hospital when my sister done been here, my friends done been here? You know where I'm at. If I'm not answering my phone, why can't you understand why I'm not answering my phone? Why is you making this a sob story about you? So once he told her that, she came and she saw me. I think when she saw me, that's when it was like a reality check. Like, let me be here for her. Because she saw I have these old clothes. My hair wasn't done. I was in there for 7 days before she came. So without leaving. So she was seeing I'm wearing the hospital clothes. So She was like, okay, I'm gonna take care of you while you take care of your dad. So she did step up to the plate, and stuff like that. But I really never, even on my life, like shit happens, I don't get discouraged. I think because I'm very logical. Shit's supposed to happen. So when shit happen, I be like, damn, fuck, how do I solve the problem? I'm more of a problem solver than like oh my God, this happened. Shit happens.
For sure.
That's life.
For sure. All right, let's get back to the music, man.
Period.
What's Marley Caprice listening to other than Marley Caprice? If we look through that playlist, what you playing? I know it ain't all heartbreak songs and all that. And what you listening to?
Bend that ass over. Let that coochie breathe. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me. I was on stage with Sexy Red too.
Oh yeah,
recently.
that was raw. That's dope.
Y'all, she at her doing her tour that she just did while she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
But I listen to Sexy Red. I like NLE Chopper. I really don't listen to much music. I listen to, I guess, what I will hear on the radio or like mainstream music. Other than that, like old school, like Mary J. Blige. That's what I prefer to listen to. If I'm in the car, I like to listen to like 106.3, 102.7. Then a few like turned up songs, but I love like just chill songs.
What's your opinion on female drill rappers?
1 second.
Katie. I feel like people rap about what they go through. You know, so female drill rap, male drill rap is the same thing. You know, I don't really listen to it because I'm not a driller. You feel what I'm saying? So I can't relate to it. But I feel like it be cracking.
Are you interested in working in any genres outside of your own? Any interest in that?
What you mean by genres?
Are you interested
Like
in
rock and country?
like rock country?
I got a country song.
You have a country song?
Yeah, I got on Diary of a Mad Bitch. I got a country song.
What made you do country?
I love country music. I love all type of music. So by me being sheltered, I used to sneak and listen to the radio. So then it'd be stuff like 96.3, you know, Britney Spears, NSYNC. I just love music though. Like I love some Latin songs. So country has a nice swag to it anyway. So I used to watch Reba. I didn't have cable neither. So Reba was on Channel 9. She was country. My roots are shaded in the past. Ooh, my life is... They tell stories. Maybe that's why. I love stories. And they storytellers. So I got a country song.
Dope. What about any situations, any managers, any signed anywhere? What's that like? Is that something that you're looking for? You shopping yourself? What's that situation?
So I had a Jackie manager. We had to separate because I realized that he wasn't about what he would say he was about. And managers, I found out there's different type of managers, and there's some managers that want you to pay them to give you the connect, but then you also pay for the connect.
Yeah.
I do radio. I have these connects already. Like, that's what I'm saying. The best videographers I have, I know everybody because I do radio. So I'm interviewing these people. I'm in the rooms with these people. So you taking me to studios to people I know, or I know where to go. I don't need to pay you to go. I need to give somebody my money and then they budgeted for me. That's what I thought they was gonna do. So I'm good if that's the type of management you want to do. If you want me to give you money for you to take me places, I'm okay.
So it didn't turn you off from having a manager at all?
Well, I had learned that there's different type of managers, so I just need to do more research on what being an independent artist is. I really just I do want to be very successful, so I know I'm gonna have to get something. I don't know the right way to go, so I just need to do more research.
For sure. Talk to me about Black House. What's that about? How'd you get involved with that and all that?
How did the Black House start? Shout out to Ink Dog and to Miss Gucci Balls. Ink Dog, do you know Ink? Have you heard of Ink? So Ink Dog is my friend. I know him from off the block. And he made a status about doing the show. I hit him up in his inbox. And when I hit him up, we had a meeting. Everybody that hit him up. And he already had the idea planned out. Like, we're going to film here. It was a White House. It was an Airbnb that looked like a White House. And we're going to call it the Black House. So we was like, boom, it's going to be a top 5 video countdown. How do you want to run it? So then we had a group meeting about how we should do it. I was the secretary, so we broke it all down, and we've been going crazy. Like, I got so many opportunities through Ink and Miss Gucci. I was in the dressing room with Jacquees, who still dating Drizzy. So Drizzy was there. I have met Mike Epps. I was with Larry Hoover Jr., which I kind of could have been there anyway. My mom, remember I told you my mom was like a hoe? So she used to fuck. She used to fuck around the GDs and stuff. So our people was like members and stuff. So, but I was with that. Who else? Sexy Red. I was on stage with Sexy Red. Thanks to the Black House, we interviewed Trey the Truth. So I love it, and we're putting on. It's Chicago artists. It's the top 5 video countdown is Chicago artists.
Oh, just Chicago artists?
Or local art or non-mainstream artists. I think most of them are Chicago artists, but we may have some from like St. Louis, Texas, because English will rap a lot. So we may have some from different, but they're all like Chicago artists.
Well, where does the list come from? Is it people you guys find, or is it people submit their music? How do you guys build the list?
We have a group chat, and then he'll be like, "What's gonna be this week's top 5?" And so that's how we get it. So it comes from all those different resources. So a lot of us, some of us do radio, some of us do video. Some like Alley Cat, she's a video vixen, so she gonna know her people. Megastar, he's a part of it. He has his people. Darion, he's a rapper, so he gonna have his little pocket. So we all bring our different pockets together and come up with the countdown.
Is that something that you see yourself being part of for a long time, or is it something that you do to keep busy? What's the vibes been like with that?
Oh, the vibes is decent. Anything that give me content, like even if vibes is off, as long as I'm about business, so I don't be giving a fuck, you know what I'm saying? So if I can make content and I'm meeting all these people, I was with corporate, all of them, I'm gonna keep doing what needs to be done. I'm gonna do the job. I'm not worried about the vibes. I'm doing the job, and this is the job, and I'm gonna do this until I take off. Like it's all for content, so and I love doing it. It's a good show.
I get like that because I'll be gone.
Fuck that.
A little earlier, you had mentioned Billy Ray Valentine and acting. If you could, before we get up out of here, let's talk about what's your acting career like. Like, what have you done with Billy Ray, and what do you plan to do? Is that something that you passionate about?
So, me and my sister, we used to come up with like little skits and stuff. So I do like acting, and if an acting role come, I will take it. You know, those people that be rapping and acting. But with Billy Ray Valentine, I'm in his latest movie, United Nations, but I'm just a background person. But it's only one scene with females in there, and I'm in that one scene. And then there's a new movie that he's shooting right now called Billy, and I'm actually in that movie. So we currently shooting for that.
Did you? I know you said you and your sister been putting stuff together. Was that still something that you had to practice for or study for, or did you just naturally walk into it and embrace it?
For Billy or for me and my sister?
Both. No, for Billy and both of them.
Yeah, so for me and my sister, it was just natural. You know, like when you little, you just coming up with stuff. So you watching TV, you're like, oh, let's remake that. Oh, let's create a dance. Oh, let's do this. So it just came naturally. So with Billy, I don't really have like he just give us our lines right there. So I just do it.
No nerves. That's what I'm like. No nerves. You don't have to.
Oh no, I'm very unbothered. Like I don't really get nervous. Sometimes when I perform, I may get slightly nervous, but I'm barely nervous because I feel like either I'm prepared or I really don't give a fuck about the outcome. Like when I fall, trip, if I miss something, it's okay. You know, it's if I'm sweating, oh well. Like life just happens sometimes. And with today's generation, that small shit could come big shit. That's how I could become viral off that. So I don't care about fucking up. You supposed to fuck up. And when you don't care about fucking up, you really don't be nervous no more. And I practice a lot.
For sure. What does practice look like? How you practice? Just in the mirror, in the shower?
So when I did my performance for Suki and Trina, I was just going. Like before, when I was in the hotel, playing it back, thinking about the stage. Some people only stand at one spot. I move around on the stage, thinking about what can I do right here. Oh, that's the part of I was choreographing. Like, what goes well with this? What can I do right here? So practice for me is making sure I know my words, but also making sure like my stage presence is decent. Like you're not just standing there looking stupid.
For the people who may be listening and watching, maybe seeing you for the first time, if they look up Marley Caprice right now, what they gonna see? What they gonna find?
Interviews. If you look up, like if you Google me, the first thing that pop up is like I think my YouTube interviews. I have been doing interviews with different people, and they be posting them up on YouTube. My Instagram may pop up. Hopefully my song Unbother pop up. I got one single out right now. It's called Unbother. I got the music video out. I got a video with me and Mike Epps that went crazy on YouTube. So you're gonna see me with content. You're gonna see a rapper with a radio show.
What can we expect to see coming up?
Well, I'm glad you asked. First off, I love this. What you have going
Thank
on.
you, appreciate that.
Can I interrupt the interview to give you a props?
Oh, thank you.
I like what you got going on. I love this pillow.
You can take it with you. No, you can.
I don't want to take it with me. I'm Southside crazy, y'all. I'll mess with 290.
Leave it in the back of your
Southside
windshield.
crazy, and I definitely, you gotta count to 5 to get to 6, so it's all good though. But what's coming up a lot? Like I've tried to post content a lot. So on Christmas, and this is exclusive. I'm letting y'all find it out here. Oh well, look, by the time y'all find out, it's gonna be out. But these people over here, this is exclusive to 290 Mo. On Christmas, I'm gonna drop another video. Even though it took me like 5 fucking years to drop this one video. I dropped this one, and a month and a half later, I will be dropping the next video. It's gonna be out the Diary of a Mad Bitch, and it's gonna be the what I did for you, the nigga you cheated. Hope you reap it, the pain so me. Already shot it in Houston. Just need to be edited, and I will be releasing it on Christmas. And I also have a video that I will be putting out on Valentine's Day. So I got some stuff in the works. I got a Jingle Balls performance coming up too.
What was the song for Christmas? The name of it?
Oh, glad you asked. So it's gonna be the freaky song that I did.
Okay.
Cause the song, the 2 Fingers in the Booty, that was only put on YouTube because Trina was asking for my music and I didn't want nobody to steal it, so I just put it out there. But
So
then
that stuff was basically unreleased.
Yeah, that's unreleased, and I took it off, so you can't find that song nowhere. Only song you can
I
find.
got it. I got the video.
I'll be performing it live.
So I'll make it an MP3 and drop it. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. So with you doing music and radio, do you ever feel like your plate is too full? Do you ever feel like maybe I need to stop one radio show, or do you ever feel like you're too busy, your hands too full?
No, but I do feel like I don't take advantage of all the time that I have. I feel like I procrastinate a lot, so I've been on that. I have my planner, and I make sure that I do use all my time wisely. And I do get sometimes lost in radio because radio is consistent. Radio is 3 times a week. Music is you have to schedule studio time. You have to schedule a video. It's not like it's there already. So I have to always. I had Giselle tell me like, don't forget that you're a rapper. And I was like, touche.
Touche. They gotta hit a song, man. So Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is going to be it's called You. And that's the one I just did for you. Like, nigga, you cheated. Hope you reap it. And then the part of the second verse was I'm bent when I'm letting you smash it. Breaths and then I'm swiping the plastic.
And then Valentine's Day.
Is that have you ever had do say? D for the coochie, 2 fingers in the booty, do what who say?
We getting a song and a video?
Yes, for all 3 of those.
That's dope.
For both of those.
That's dope. Well, I definitely appreciate your time. I feel like this was long overdue. Appreciate you coming through. You're doing big things. I'll see you all the time. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you do. You got a beautiful soul. I love the vibes.
Period.
Appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Period. Can I tell them my social medias?
Oh, of course. Make
Make sure y'all follow me. Your girl, everybody. We had it. I'm sorry.
No. I let it go. I let it slip.
Okay. I'm here to catch.
No, for sure.
Y'all can follow me, your girl, Marley Caprice, the motherfucking turn up queen. Follow me on Facebook. That's Marley, like Bob Marley, but no Bob. Caprice, like the car that your mom used to pay the bills in the back seat. And if your Instagram, add that TUQ because I am the motherfucking turn up queen. Period.
All right, appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the evening. In a minute, gang.
Big 6.
Man, you just want me to do all type of movie magic with this one.
Ah, just leave.